Good afternoon, everyone. It is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today is April 1st, 2020, Wednesday. I'd like to go over Bal-A-Vis-X exercises with you because these set of exercises have really helped us connect with each other as a family now that we are all home. These exercises are really easy to do and can be done by anyone and all ages. I found these exercises at Bal-A-Vis-X.com, and also when I did my brain gym um, classes many years ago. A little bit about me before we go any further. I am a Montessori teacher. My name is Preeta Kingsview. I have been working as a Montessori teacher for the past 11 years. I live in and work in Braintree. Um, I work with children ages 2.5 to 6 years old. I have had extensive experience with children of many different abilities and capabilities. I have much respect for children and families. I'm very passionate educator and teacher. I'm also a firm believer in Montessori philosophy, but I'm also very open-minded about strategies and sensory integration exercises and any sort of activities that truly bring the best out of children. Bal-A-Vis-X is one such a set of exercises. There are 300 different variations of these exercises, so there is a lot to talk about. Today, I'm going to focus on 3 exercises and also the basis of how Bal-A-Vis-X can be started for you at the comfort of your home, which means for any age range from 2 to above, we'll be able to do these exercises once we finish this presentation. All right, let's move. Let's first understand what is Bal-A-Vis-X. Bal-A-Vis-X, as the name suggests, are exercises that facilitates balance, auditory, and vision senses. Okay, so basically these exercises balances our auditory and vision senses, which also requires our whole body and our fine motor, which is our hand, and our eyes to work together. So a lot of fine as well as large motor movements are involved when we indulge in these exercises. It requires us to cross our midlines as well as enhance the coordination of our bilateral and homolateral body movements. When all these are put together, these exercises help us form a rhythm, okay, and which can enhance our focus, our coordination, and also help us work in a rhythmic way for a long time. These exercises are fun and can be done for any and all ages. Now, what are the benefits of doing Bal-A-Vis-X? I have listed a few of them, a handful. It definitely increases your focus. Great for fine motor, in which includes hand, as simple as hands opening. So strengthens your fingers, your fine motor, especially for those young children who have hard time opening and closing their fingers, who are working still on their fine motor pre-writing skills. These exercises are really great. Also for children who are working on for eye-hand coordination. These exercises increases our focus, and when we focus on a ball, it is easier and fun for our body. Our mind is attracted to it, okay, which helps us to focus as we do these exercises. It also fine-tunes our auditory reception because we are working in a rhythm with our ball. And it also fine-tunes our perception, When is the ball coming to my hand? Should I have my fingers ready to catch the ball? Is my ball coming to the more to the left side, or is the ball coming to the more of my right side? Is the ball coming over my head, or is the ball coming under me? So these are underlying vision perception that can be fine-tuned with these exercises. They are fun and interesting for children and adults. Even for those children and adults who have hard time sitting down, these exercises are engaging and helps them stay on task. There's a lot of research that's available if you look up on Bal-A-Vis-X. So some of the researchers that have suggested that it has positively impacted students and increased overall performance to up to 20%, primarily due to the enhanced and increased focus and attention from doing Bal-A-Vis-X just for 20 minutes a day. For more details on the research, you may go to balavisx.com to get more information. It has also, I have noticed personally in my own children that their typing skills have gone beyond, especially my older one. So I have two boys. One is 7 years old and the other one is 13. So I've noticed my 13-year-old's typing skills have improved since we started in the past 2 weeks of doing the Bal-A-Vis-X. Simple to complex variation of Bal-A-Vis-X. Now in the website, if you go, it starts as a bouncing ball activity. Now because I'm a passionate educator for very young ages, I wanted to put a variation for young children so that this would fit for a very young age. Okay, so I'm going to start with that young age and then show three different exercises in this video. I've simplified it for and I'm going to name it at exercise 1, 2, and 3, and then further simplified it as level 2, 1, 2, and 3. All right, before we begin, what do we need? Okay, the materials, all you need are basically, if you have for young children, bean bags or small sandbags that can fit in one palm, and small stuffed animals that can fit in one palm. Or racket balls are highly recommended. We got ours from Dick's Sporting Goods for $1.99 for a set of 3. You can also buy the Bal-A-Vis-X branded balls from their website. We'll be using racket balls for my presentation today. Bal-A-Vis-X exercises can be done on a balance board, can be done on a balance beam, but those are all eventually, once you master the basic exercises, you can create many different variations of Bal-A-Vis-X moment. For exercise 1, I'm going to start with a variation for very young children. Okay, stand firm with both legs apart, hip legs apart. Okay, stand next to a wall. Stand for exercise 1. Stand next to the wall, just like you would see in the picture. That is me and my younger son, Joshua. So if you would stand next to the wall, young children can use the wall as a support to catch the beanbag. This way, they have more success in catching, and they will be thus encouraged to do more. The first variation or first step that I would like for any child before they start bouncing is they need to learn to toss and catch. This is one of the first steps that would come before, just like writing comes before reading, or drawing or coloring comes before reading. Tossing and catching, or having control of something small, is very key for the child to feel ready to bounce down something off the floor and to be able to catch. Hence, we're going to work on, for ages 2 and 4, to tossing and catching. Okay, so when you're tossing and catching, if your child is really young and they have not had the practice of moving their hands up and down and opening and closing, I would say parents are encouraged to stand behind the child and kneel down to their level and hold their palms on your palms and work with them and help them toss and catch, toss and catch. And that's basically the level exercise 1. It is very important that you focus on tossing and catching, and that you encourage your child to keep your eyes on the ball. Very important. Keep your child, remind your child to keep their feet anchored to the ground so that they are firmly leaning on their body and not you. It's okay if they want to lean on the wall, but encourage them to stand and try to toss and catch it on their own. Give them positive reinforcement and give them small challenges to beat. Do not make this a competition or comparison for young children, especially when they are in their first level of tossing and catching with their two hands. Always, level 1 is starting with both hands. This is because just like just like our eyes and our hands, it is easy for young children to work together than work on one side of the body. And the benefits of using both hands, as we all know, it engages both sides of the brain. It is beneficial for both sides of the brain to work together. Even if it is new for your child, it is okay. um, give them the support and encouragement that they need so that they can work on this together. Now, level 2 is dominant hand, and level 3 would be the non-dominant hand. Remember, remind your child to use their fingers to hold the ball tight. Even if they have the ball in the palm, if they are not holding the fingers firmly against the ball or grasping the ball with their fingers, they are not getting the full benefit of this exercise. So it's okay to catch the ball with the palm, but the fingers need to do its job. So remind them to open and close, open and close, and open and close those fingers. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a video of my son doing doing the exercise 1. All right, there we go. All right,
So we're
so
going
we're
to
going to
show
show
our
our exercise 1.
And
And Joshua, would you mind being my role model for today?
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Can you show the exercise 1, level 1, please?
Okay. Now
Now
can
can
you
you
show
show
the
the
exercise
exercise
1,
1,
level
level
2?
2?
So for level 2, exercise 1, I'm going to use my dominant hand. In my case, is my right hand. In your case, if you're used to your left hand, use your left.
So if you notice, he is using his fingers to grasp, even though he has the
Now,
ball in his palm.
you're going to use your non-dominant.
Okay, so that was level 1. Remember, feet anchored, eyes on the ball, and remind your child to grasp the ball. All right, now let's go to level 2. The same exercise, level 2 is now, remember, have your child practice toss and catch for many, many days before you to move to level 2. And parents, if you want to make this fun as a family, even if you're far ahead, work with your child. Pretend like you are also not as better as they are. So sometimes that will encourage them to push themselves. This is a really cool activity where the child's individual tasks are challenged, and the child doesn't feel threatened by it because it is their own ability that they are challenging. So even if they lose a catch, or even if they lose a ball that was bounced, they cannot blame anyone because it's their own action. So this is a great activity to increase focus and help them challenge their own record. Okay, so now let's go over to level 2. Here, this is where the actual Bal-A-Vis-X bounce and catch comes. Okay, so this is the Bal-A-Vis-X movement, the basic Bal-A-Vis-X movement. I wanted to add the one where exercise 1 was kind of pre Bal-A-Vis-X before I would do it with my own children. So young children have so much success on bouncing balls and catching them when they can toss balls and catch them with both their left and their right hand. Okay, all right, level 2, let's watch. Okay, so let's go over exercise 2.
Now we're doing exercise 2, level 1. So first you should always start with both hands, then your dominant hand to your non-dominant. Now we're going to use our dominant hand. In my case, it's your right hand.
And that's exercise 2, level 2. Level 2. Remember to grasp your fingers.
Now I'm using my non-dominant.
Thank you, Joshua. All right, so you saw how he was working on bouncing always. So we worked on 2 hands for a long time, for a couple of days before I had him work on the dominant hand. The reason why is it's easier for children, especially if a child is used to using one side a lot. It's easier for them to succeed when they're using both their hands. Okay, so always start with 2 hands, then dominant hand, and then go to the non-dominant hand. All right, let's do the next one, the exercise 3. This is the last of the exercises that I will be showing you today. And in this video, this is a variation. This comes after exercise 1 and 2, obviously, and it starts with dominant hand first and then goes to non-dominant hand. This exercise does not involve both hands. So for a child or adult to get here, practice tossing and bouncing with your single hands a lot before you get here. Okay. All right, let's watch. Again, remember, firm feet anchored to the floor, eyes on the ball, and we are making a circle. So in this exercise, we're making a circular pattern using the ball and your hands. So watch.
Exercise 3, level 1. We're going to make a circular motion by bouncing the ball with our dominant hand first, then catching it with our non-dominant hand and returning it to our dominant hand and repeating. Make sure you practice exercise 1 and 2 before you do this exercise because it takes a bit of practice. And then level 2 will be bouncing it with your non-dominant hand, catching it with your dominant hand, returning the ball from your dominant hand to your non-dominant hand and repeat. So let me show you level 1.
Catch, pass. Remember you're passing the ball from your non-dominant hand to the dominant hand. So passing motion more. Yeah.
level two will be with your non-dominant hand and then catch it with your dominant hand.
Okay. Now, what variations have you tried, Josh, Nevin, other than these?
Well, I have tried bouncing the ball off the wall and catching it like this.
Okay.
You can also take quite a bit of practice before you can attempt it.
Okay. All right. So, there you go. There you have it. This exercise is great. It requires a child's to work. So think of having two children, and these two children have to work together in passing those balls in a circular motion. That's what this exercise does to you. The right hand and the left brain and the right brain have to work together to make the ball, to have the ball pass from one hand to the other hand. So it's very important that the child works on the exercise 2 and 1 for a long time for them to get this rhythmic movement. See the rhythm of the circle? So for that to happen, the one hand is passing the ball and saying, I am willing to work with you. So for that to happen, it requires a lot of coordination and focus and eye-hand and whole body coordination. These are great exercises that really brings out the best within you. It helps you to engage in focused activity, and it is very beneficial and balances your brain. Enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy it as we do. Thank you.